Hey, what's up, guys? It is the Cypher Slacker, and we've got some news. Last night the reveal for Burst Protocol, and it is confirmed to be a Vrain set. It is Rockets, or I think his name is Varus or Revolver in Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains. And for a while thought maybe there was hope that it would be Elemental Hero because Burst Protocol, Burst Innitrix, and the fact that we literally just had a rival set with um, Doom of Dimensions. I thought, are they really going to do two rival sets? Yes, they are. But that also gives me hope that this whole series of Yu-Gi-Oh is going to cover the protagonist and rivals only as um, the main theme for each one. So for Duelist Advance, we had Yuma and Utopia. For Doom of Dimensions, we have Declan Akaba, rival, and we have Revolver now, another rival. So I'm kind of hoping that it's literally just. I'm hoping that we're kind of just going to go back and forth, pro tag rival, and get some good support to some of these decks. So without further ado, guys, let's take a look here at the new Rokket. So this is the cover, and it's kind of in theme with the other covers. We see the Dark Magical Circle in the back. I know the Dark Magician fans thought that that meant something. No, that's just the backing of each one. The series before, I think it had like an Egyptian tablet in the back, um, but a really nice pack art actually. I like that. So we've got our first card here, and that is Rokket Reloader. Sick artwork. I want to say this is a one card combo, but I kind of have to go through and test. So combo video to come. We got Rokket Loader. It is a Dark Dragon effect monster, 1500, 1500. You can only use first and second effect of this card's name once per turn each. And if this card is normal or special summon, so that's good that it has both of those. So that means you can get it off of Tracer, or you could probably use this to go into Tracer. You can add one level 7 Dark Dragon monster from your deck to your hand. We got a Red Eyes Black Dragon Searcher, guys. Let's go. Just kidding. You would never do that. Whatever. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except for Dark Monster. So that Dark Lock is not bad, being that like Dark is probably one of the best attributes in the game. Anyway, you can banish this card from your grave and then target one face-up monster on the field. It becomes dark. So I don't know if maybe that has some super poly applications. Could. Um, that could very well be a thing. Um, you could just banish it, target one of is it any monster? Yeah, target one face-up monster on the field, make it dark. So that is some super poly applications. If you want to summon, I think even the first fusion, I can't remember his name. Borreload Furious Dragon. I think it's literally like Rokket plus a dark monster. I'd have to double check that actually. Let me fact check that, and then we're gonna move on because I mean that might actually have some decent super poly applications. Um, let's see here. The fusion, and I should bring it up on the screen, but I'm just checking my phone. Yeah, two Dark Dragon monsters. So you couldn't exactly use that, but we'll hold on because I know there's a fusion in this. We'll check its material and see if it lines up. We have Hollow Rocket Dragon. It's a level 6 Dark Dragon. It is 2400 attack, 1600 defense. You can use the first and second effect once per turn. When a Link monster effect is activated that targets this face-up card on the field, destroy this card, then excavate up to 6 from your opponent's deck, and then banish 1. Also place the rest in the same order. Yeah, this card's bad. You're either running this at 1 for like a utility, but you're not maxing out on this guy at all. During the end phase, this card's in the graveyard because it was destroyed on the field by battle or card effect and sent there this turn. Special summon 1 Rokket from your deck. Yeah, even with that, because I'm pretty sure I think all of the Rockets have that. At least if I'm not mistaken, the original lineup has something like that. If it was destroyed, you special summon 1 in the end phase. So I don't think you're going to play that even because of that. Like I said, this guy, sick art, looks cool. You're only running that at 1 if you're playing that at all. It's going to be a 1-0. Rokket Detonator. Now, I actually like the art of these. I think I like the sinister looking Rokket with a bullet in its head and then the wings. I think that's like a really cool design. I like the way that they did that, and I like that we've got these cards relatively untouched art wise. So we've got Rokket Detonator, a Dark Dragon, level 7. So you can search off of this guy. You can only special summon this with the first effect of this card's name once per turn. You can use a second name or the second effect of this card's name once per turn. So if you control a Dark Dragon Link, special summon this from your hand. Basically, if you normal summon this guy, you can search either this guy or Router Dragon. You can make this guy into Striker Dragon, and then you can summon out this guy. So if you don't know, we got a Rokket Dragon that kind of did this, but I think you had to summon it to where a Link Zone pointed to, so that kind of made it somewhat less good, but this guy's actually pretty good. And then you can target one Dark Dragon monster in your spell and trap zone, special summon it, but it cannot attack. Its effects are negated. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except for Dark. So that Dark lock is totally fine, because even in, like, if you're playing this in Dragon Link, I'm pretty sure a majority of the monsters are Dark Dragons. So on to the next one. We have a boss monster. So here is the Dark monster. So this deck might have some super poly application after all, because this guy, you can banish him from grave, target a monster your opponent controls, make it dark, and then you could super poly one Dark Dragon, one Dark Link monster with that to make this. But you don't have to, but you could. So that way, like, you wouldn't have to worry about running the Starving Venom as your super poly target. You could just use something like this instead. But this is Borreload Fatal Flare Dragon, and I kind of like the dark fluid undertones here. So it's kind of like a mix of this guy with what's it called? Either Singularity or either Dark Fluid. Nice looking art there. I like that. So this is a Dark Dragon Fusion Effect monster, level 8, 25, 20 on the attack and defense. One Dark Link monster plus one Dark monster. You can only use its first, second, and third effect once per turn. If this card is Fusion Summon, you add a Rokket monster from your deck to your hand. That is solid. Dig that effect. Like that. You can trigger one Dark monster you control. Equip one Dark Link monster from your grave to it. So basically, I don't know for sure how we're going to run this combo, but I'm pretty sure this guy is going to probably get to Router Dragon. You're going to link him away, then link the Striker Dragon with Router, get to this guy, okay? Then you're going to link into this guy, and then fuse into this guy, and then we're gonna make some big crazy monsters with this. Oh, this is so fun! If this card is set for the graveyard as link material, target one card on the field and destroy it. So that might even have some application to target a Rokket. Oral Shroud Dragon, Dark Dragon Link 5. Oh my, that's a big boy there. Link 5, 3,500 attack. I'm not going to read the link arrows. You can see that. 3 plus effect monsters. Your opponent cannot tribute this card. So this card, interestingly enough, cannot be Kaiju'd, it cannot be Lava Golem, and it cannot be Spear Moded. So crazy. Once per turn to your main phase, you can target one Rokket you control and negate the effects of a face-up card your opponent controls, and then destroy that monster. So you can target a Rokket, blow the Rokket up, negate something on your opponent's field, and your opponent cannot activate cards. So your opponent can't negate this. That's insane. This guy right here just screams like, we're never getting Savage Dragon back. Here, take this instead. That would be really cool if we got Savage Dragon back, but I mean, this is a good consolation prize because it's no longer hyper generic. Like, you're not, dude, there's no way. It's a 3+ Link 5. Like, it's a 3+ effect monster, Link 5. There's no way you're running this generically in something that's not either Dragon Link or a dedicated Rokket build. And this effect, once while face up on the field at the start of the battle phase, you can special summon one Link 4 or lower Boral Link from your extra deck. Sick effect. Awesome. This support is solid. Triss Boral Dragon, which I would say that you're probably going to summon this, and then you're going to want to search for this. So let's talk about this. Triss Boral Dragon, we got a Link 3, left, bottom left, and bottom. So it's 2 Dark Dragon Link monsters, including a Rokket. So thank God they made this thing not generic, because this is pretty much how you're going to get to that Link 5. If this card is Link Summon, you can add it. One Rapid Trigger, Heavy Interlock, forget those. I mean, you may run Rapid Trigger, maybe, but Heavy Interlock, you're not running a dedicated ritual build. If you are, you're probably, I don't even know why I would say that. No, you're not running a dedicated ritual build. You're going to search Double Trigger, which is the card below here. You can target one face-up card you control and one Dark dragon in your graveyard, destroy the card on the field. If you do, add the other to your hand. And then we have here double trigger. So this is, ironically, I think this is the ritual monster in the back. And I can't remember both of these, but I know that these are two of the original Rokket monsters from, I think, Circuit Breaker. Double trigger, normal spell, and you can activate one of these effects, but you can activate one each turn. Or I'm sorry, I completely boggled that. Activate one of these effects, but you can only use each effect once per turn. So you can activate the fusion and the ritual effect, but I mean, odds are you're probably not going to play more than one of this. You're probably only going to play one, or at max maybe two. But you're only going to just use the fusion effect twice. I mean, you're not ritual summoning. Come on. My bad, I didn't mean to click that art, but that is some sick art. Basically, you can fusion summon. It's a miracle fusion. You fusion one from your extra deck by banishing its material from your graveyard, including a Rokket monster, and then you can summon up this guy right here. This beautiful piece of art. Um, so I dig it. That's really cool. Support is awesome, and we're not done yet. We've got a red reboot retrain. So we've got Boral Reboot. It's a counter trap. You can activate this card from your hand by paying half your LP, but okay, you have to have a Rokket. So when your opponent activates a spell or trap, if you control a Rokket or a Boral monster, negate the activation, and if you do set that card, it cannot be activated this turn. So basically, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I'm playing three of this, especially in a Boral dedicated deck. You're playing three of this. One, look at that art, that is beautiful. Two, this helps you OTK because if your opponent activates a spell or trap card, okay, activates a spell or trap, and you control Rokket, negate it, and then you can set that card and they can't activate it this turn, that's awesome. So you're basically stopping one of your opponent's interactions, and it's a counter trap. So I believe, unless I'm mistaken, you could still activate this from your hand. Like, you don't have to have it on the field to then respond to a counter. So if your opponent activates a counter trap, say they activate some sort of, I don't know, solemn, or like, trying to think of what's the word for it. The generic, or not the generic, but like the archetype specific trap. In Infernity Barrier, I think that's the one that the community usually uses to, like, to describe like an archetype specific trap. So that any archetype can activate their Infernity Barrier, and then we could just say no. So, dude, this is sick. I love these cards. I love the art. I think they really, besides this card, like, I love everything except for this card. This card sucks. Like I said, you might play it at one max, but this guy is pretty much, this guy's going to be the new normal summon. I would assume this guy would kind of be the new normal summon, and then Tracer would be more of an extender piece. But guys, I dig this support. Let me know what you think. Cypher Slacker out.